y'all doing? Y'all, I've been watching a couple of been trying to get some ideas and stuff. Not for my channel, not for this channel per se, but just like in ideas of life and stuff. Like um I don't know. I just been watching like a little different things like time management with cooking, shopping tips, like real life stuff, like because I don't know about a lot of us, but I I think a lot of us with this new election that's coming on, I feel like people want a savior, a Captain Planet or Captain. They want everything to be solved, like all our major problems in our lives. And there's some things that would never affect me, like abortion would never affect me. Can we say that by the way? AB. Um, will never affect me in my real life. Now, will I say will affect my children or their probably, but it depends on what you believe in. But I think it's kind of crazy um, and weird. So many people will um, wonder why government is for or against it. Why does it matter? Unless, they're encouraging the growth of life. Um, that's my personal intake. Like, I would never, I will have to look at people different if that is their main reason of voting for a person. Um, or anything with free, a free government, free this, or I just don't trust the government so much in real life that I work hard for everything I have. Um, so the government giving me something is not my main issue, my main factor with voting. And I feel bad for people that's their main focus because you will never be able to live life by what somebody can give you. Um, and I don't think people talk about this as much. We need to stop depending on the government for our livelihood. And it's harsh, but they can't never control certain things if we're still waiting and we're still relying on the government for our livelihood. That's how I look at it. We would if a lot of us didn't depend on the government, our food prices probably won't be sky high. But they know that number of people that receive food stamps or government assistance, that's how they can control us. Um, that's how you should always look at certain things. Um, and I didn't realize how I looked at it until, you I don't know if y'all paid attention to like the pandemic moment when everybody was getting extra stamps or some people was only qualified because their kids was in school and or kids got free lunch and so you was qualified for a little, little food stamps. Now at that time was food high? Probably. Was it high? Could I afford food with my regular budget? Yeah, I could. Um, can I afford food now? No. And when I say no, it's not like we don't have food or nothing like that. When I say I could afford food, I wasn't nickel and diming my real life. Y'all get what I'm saying? It was never a choice. I never had I never played a choice in life. Or do I rush to pay? Do I struggle to pay the rent or put food in my house? I never had that. Even when I was, even when I was getting food stamps, I never remember a time that I jeopardized my rent over food. I never seen that. No matter if you had two jobs or not, I just realized that you have to work hard. I realized that. And it's nothing wrong with anybody that's going through hardship. That there's plenty of, outreach programs, food pantries and all that great stuff. But that's something that a lot of us really need to pay attention to. How did so much things cause us where we at today? A lot of people don't want to see it because they want to feel good all the time. They want a problem to be their problem instead of just, they don't affect me. Yeah, ABs don't affect me. So why are we talking about it? But this really does affect me, and this does help. This affect my following person that's sitting beside me. That's the things that we don't talk about. We don't force them to talk about. But and like I said, don't be so fooled by a lot of shenanigans. And that's where I'm at today with my chit chat. So I wanted to talk about the mommies a little bit. The mommies are funny to me. I said it last week that I felt like Jazz probably shut down her own page um, to gain some money on the other channel because she at least got up to like I want to say she was like 19.7, so she was like 19.9 today, and she's getting a little bit of slowly, but she's getting it. But my thing is with Jazz, she don't even. I know everybody's telling her, "Oh, you should have did this, you should have that." It's not even about that. At what point in your life do you stop blaming other people for your actions? See, and now I'm wondering, how long would you receive that? Because the videos that she's showing her depression and stuff, she was on live giggling and having a good time with us, right? But now she's suddenly saying, "Oh, I'm budgeting. I lost my income," and but you was on live, literally having a good time with us. You wasn't breaking down and crying and all that other stuff. And another thing about like Jazz that kind of disturbed me is like you pop up the camera. Like for example, my son is ill, y'all. I'm scared. And y'all, I'm like I'm one of those ones that thinks the worst of worst. Okay? I am so serious. I diagnosed my son in the hospital at the ER, said he had black plague. Ma'am, that's not such thing. But y'all, I couldn't put a camera up to his face and say, "Y'all, look, he's getting this, getting that." I can't do that. There's no and then when you came back on, you try to put that fear back in, like y'all was so scared, was so petrified. But eventually, mothers, when we finally get off that scare voice, we be like, "Girl, he fine. He just got a little breathing treatment, da da." But you like to pull out the forever card because you just did a lie, and now you pulling out the camera can't be that serious. It was never that struck in of, you know. And And it's sad that you use every little thing for content. You can't be serious not once in your life. That's the reason I could never believe that YouTube took your channel away. There was plenty of things I said. You could have a PP loan, and the government could have swiped it for evidence. Yes, they can do that. Um, or it really can happen, and it's most likely probably was your baby mama because she over there. That's your baby mama right there. Medusa Gotti is your baby mama. For some odd reason, she's your baby mama. Or you did it just so you can don't have income for you don't have income for what is that called? Your food stamps research. Because yeah, she gets research. This is her research month. Okay. So, if anybody knows or don't know what research is, when you collect some type of government assistance, that's daycare, that is daycare, food stamps, even Medicaid, TANA, you have to come back and you have to show them your income. So if she's only using the smaller channel and she has to show that she's making income, that's what she's going to do. But she can shut off the other one and then turn it back on and read and get her money back. Now, Jazz had actually did this. She actually said this that made me scratch my head. I can't get paid for my sponsorship. Made me wonder, real quick, did you not get paid for that washer and dryer? Are they requesting it back? Because that will make me now wonder if you shutting down your channel and say, "Oh, I don't have it. They can't find me now. They can't write anything about returning their products or paying me back." Because those sponsors, they are vicious. I didn't know that until if you don't do something that they want or they don't like the video or you aired it before approval, yes, they're pulling everything. Money, they're asking for equipment back and everything. But Jazz, that made me wonder because you did not the way that you did that whole washer and dryer made me seem like you couldn't even afford a little. Maybe they didn't have the little I call it the slinky for your dryer, right? That little foil thing and it stretch out. Um, Made me wonder if you just couldn't afford that little slinky to make sure that you have a proper dryer at least. But you show them what the hell? You pulling that hey what the hell? Are you stupid? You ghetto rigged that sponsorship. That made me wonder, hmm. And now you know that you can't get paid for that sponsorship. So what do? You try to flip it out on other people because you can't go around and say, "Hey, somebody called constantly and they told them that I was doing this and they pulled my sponsorship." No, because we can go back and say, "Girl, you didn't even correctly put it together. You ghetto rigged it." Talking about, I don't see nobody else doing it like this because nobody wouldn't do it that way. But you don't care because you're another government type of female. You're always looking for somebody to do everything and anything for you. You get off by telling people sad. shit about your everyday life. Like everybody else don't be going through it. Like you got somebody right now probably watching your channel. It's not that they don't like you or they love you. That is just they understand you. But eventually, if they don't pass away, they get over whatever they're going through. Because your subscribers probably are the type of people that likes the pity stories. They like to throw those pity stories out in real life. Those hypochondriacs, they like that. That's who your viewers are. You will never have a viewer with a mind like mine, a understanding like mine, a critical thinker like me. You will never get those supporters like that because right now, what your subscribers like is people that act and think like you. We don't hate you. And when I heard you say this reactors are haters, how? How? There's only a few people I think I should know that they are haters. But normally, majority of us is like women. We're mothers, so we understand certain concepts. There's some things we don't understand. There's some people that will have better, or you might feel like they're acting like they're better than you, but they're not. They just have a different approach to things. When you was cooking on the grill, I wouldn't have done that, but I understand why you did it. Will I say, oh, you're a lazy mom, you're a bad mom? No, I understand. I understand that Jazz is very overwhelmed. She can't do things in an irrational timing. She has to set up the camera. She has to get this. She got to get that. Well, Jazz, I'm gonna ask you a question because you're so super busy. You ever thought about getting like a pro grow so you don't have to really set up the camera? That that camera can actually be on your head or be on your body, and you can just go with the flow. I don't think you do. See, that's the difference. So if you did have like a better camera, you know, hey, adjust it to this, it'll be better for you. So you can do, but personally, I feel like you don't like to cook. It's a chore. So I'm getting beside myself. I just feel like you need to be more cheerful for your audience. Because, be honest with you, that's who your audience is. Your audience is hypochondriacs, woo me, pity me. That's who your audience are. But when people see that you can overcome, there'll be more, you'll see a more fan base. Because, yes, people like seeing people not going through it. They love it. They love seeing positivity. They like seeing that you having a hard time, but you can find life. Jazz, you can't find life. Y'all understand. Something about your child when they cut up, all they need is mommy's attention. They just need mommy's attention. They don't need nothing else. Like when a kid is cutting up in the store, they typically just want mommy's attention. Yesterday you did that live, that boy was crying. You kept giving him death stares and he got worse. And then he fell asleep on the live. You probably put that boy in so much turmoil that he just needs to rest. What you're doing is not only harming your viewers. When I say viewers, it means like people will stop watching you. You're harming your children. You said, I don't know what I'm going to feed him. That was cute. You thought you ate. Knowing that this boy is hungry and you looking for a quick $20, $30 cash app. You get on here and you waste food stamps like it is nothing. When I tell y'all, I'm like, I'm going to get this keto. I'm going to get, y'all, I didn't know keto cost that much money. Like keto bread, I went to Publix and I do Instacart. So somebody asked for keto bread. Y'all know how much that damn bread, that probably wasn't even a full loaf. It was like a half a loaf. To me, that's what it looks like. That thing was almost seven. It was like 7.48 for a half a loaf of bread. Are you crazy? Not because I'm like a cheap person, because I like I like Martin bread. So Martin bread is potato bread. So that's the bread of my choice. And yes, that thing is like four. It's like 4.50, and it's like a half a loaf. It's like a half a loaf, literally. But y'all get what I'm saying? Like I get it, but at the end of the day, that could be money that you wouldn't have to worry about what to feed your kids. You don't have to worry about telling the dad, hey, they're coming home with you. Realize that. Because I don't have nothing to feed them. There you go again. On the 6th, we see you eating steaks and all this stuff, buying snacks and buying this. But you're telling people at the end of the month you don't have any food. Jazz, there's no reason why you still got this storyline. I'm sorry to say it. There's no reason why you've been on here for 10 years and you still got the same storyline. I'm broke. Somebody did something to me. This happened to me. Y'all, sometimes you just gotta say it's the end of this tour. It's the end of this. But you don't want that. You want somebody to always feel bad for you. You always like that praise. Oh, she's doing the best she can. You can't keep on wanting that. I'm sorry. You trying to explain to us that you can get a big bag on YouTube And I'm sorry, I see so many struggling YouTubers. And I doubt very seriously you have private insurance for all your kids. I doubt it very seriously. I doubt that you have anything saved up for your children. You don't even have a rainy day fund. And a lot of us don't. When I mean a rainy day fund, I mean what exactly that is. You even if you're going in it, you going through it. You don't have to touch it. I doubt it. And for y'all to come on here and say you can make a big bag out of YouTube and you don't have a rainy day fund, and I'm not just saying saving 20, $30,000. I'm just saying because if you had a rainy day fund, there ain't no way in hell that you couldn't see how to save money. You threw away majority of your stuff when you moved out. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you never worked. You just got by, just like the rest of the moms. But Jazz was the first topic. Just be honest, Jazz. Open your page up, and I give it to about November. November the before Stinkerbirds, what's his name? Urban Legend birthday comes around. I give it about that. All right. So now the next person I want to talk about. So the next thing I want to talk about is Strong Mommy Chrissy. So Strong Mommy Chrissy had a short about embarrass. Well, she had a short and she was trying to embarrass her baby daddy. Okay, and she basically said, "Which one's my favorite?" Let me just say this: you can ask these baby daddies for costumes, but you couldn't ask them for money for the lights. I'm trying to figure that shit out right now. Like, how do you skip? Why you didn't show us the video of you asking them for the light money? That's almost $1,000, but you can show us that you can ask them for money for costumes. How you do that? But it's fine. You the same female that had to go out late at night to get elfed and go back home hungry. Y'all, I ain't gonna get screwed and be hungry at the same time and get dropped off. I'm not doing it. But how is that possible? I just need to know. Like, why you never showed us pictures or videos of your baby daddy's declining light money? Because you know what, be honest with you, I'll be just like that baby daddy. I got shit to do. If you wanted costumes, you find a way to put costumes in your budget. But if he said he didn't have it, that is not a place for you to mock him. And I'm just being honest. That was a mean way of mocking somebody or belittling them. But where do I expect this? That this is a woman that belittles herself all the time. She's been belittling herself. So it's common for her to try to belittle a man that says, hey, I don't have it. I can give you this, but I don't have it. That's genuine. Now there's some baby daddies who just don't give. But to me, I would never have posted that. Definitely not what I was asking. Daycare? Yes. Yes. I have to call him and say, hey, I need daycare. Well, I need this. I need that. I need this. Yes. Daycare only. Not my rent, not my lights, not my car payment, for daycare. Because that is a big bill that I just can't take away from my other kids for. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But if it's his job to be a provider, that's what he needs to do. I get it. But I'm not being getting a costume is not being a provider, Chrissy. That made me wonder, like, where the hell she just didn't have money for this, but why would she buy costumes? You know, this is the reason why it makes me wonder if y'all women, y'all was in the slow class. That and this is reason why I say we used to have big mamas and stuff like that that would keep people in the back room or just monitor them. Like they stayed at Big Mama's house in color and watched soap operas. I see why. I had cousins like Chrissy and Jazz and Peach, and I see why I had cousins as a kid still playing with dolls, and she was like 40 years old because she didn't have no place to being out in society. And these ladies really show why they had big mamas with our cousins that was over 40 years old in the house coloring and going to bed at 8:30. Bless her little heart. But now I see why they don't have that. But they do need them. Somebody definitely need to keep Jazz somewhere with her hair in ponytails, sitting in somebody's front porch, dressed, got clothes on, and got her 4 meals. She's taken care of. She's clean. She's in a safe environment. But she ain't producing. She ain't producing at all. She ain't taking care of nobody's kids. She just sitting there because she can't take care of herself. Jazz cannot take care of herself, obviously. Chrissy cannot take care of herself, obviously. Skye cannot take care of herself, obviously. Peach, I guess two retards can produce one part, all right? Because we all know that wood is not all there, okay? But I just can't believe so many women come on this platform and they be forgetting like y'all struggle. We see it. When you gotta come on here and cry about somebody is messing up my registry for 2 weeks, you can't take care of yourself. When you gotta come and tell the people that your light bills are $1,000, one, you don't know how to handle your household because there ain't no way in hell, y'all, ain't no way in hell somebody's light bill should be $1,000. But you don't know how to handle your household, your home. Your home is chaotic for $1,000, and you're not handling nothing. No budget ain't nothing. Do you really believe that you need to be out here going on 9 o'clock dates, getting screwed, and coming back home? No, you need to be in somebody's front in bed at 8 o'clock at somebody's big mama's house. I was just shocked. Yeah, I was more shocked than anything. This woman came on here and I want to say this, Chrissy. Don't you think it's time for you to get off of social media, like real time? See, when I didn't put these two together until later, when Chrissy came on here and talked about her daughter being the subject of bullying on the Target registry. What she did was she uploaded her daughter acting like I don't know what she was acting like. I don't wanna She was acting like she was trying to make a weird mating call. It was like she was sticking out her tongue, she was trying to dance and she was just trying to be seen. And Chrissy obviously just recently, like a week ago, just talked about how people were saying all this sexual innuendo stuff about her daughter. And what she do was she showed the weirdness. And for us to say, darn, that's sick as hell, somebody would write that on the registry, makes me wonder now it's sick that a mother will still show that her daughter is semi like what y'all talk about. Weird. But that's what happens when parents refuse to grow up. Their competition be their children. You know, my daughter didn't want to go to the homecoming, and they had a little dance. She didn't want to go, and their prom is the ninth graders can go to the ninth and 10th graders can go to the prom. So I was like, "Do you want to go to the prom?" She's like, "No." I was like, "Are you sure?" Because that'd be like that's some years that you can go to the prom. And she said, "No, I go when her time is." Or she said, "I go my junior year," or she'll go her senior year. So I said, "Okay, cool, babe. I don't care at this point, right?" So, one of the ladies asked me about my daughter going to the homecoming. I said, "No, she didn't go." And she also, she said, "Well, is she courting?" And I was like, "No." And I thought it was strange. Like, do kids not just date? Like, should she be, I'm sitting there like now asking, like, should she be court, should she be dating? And one of the ladies said, no, let her find her way. So I was like, okay. And y'all, that was kind of out of touch because I never, you know, of course, I talked to my daughter about, boys and stuff like that, but it was never like I remember being her age and I was boy crazy, but I just don't see it in my child. And normally people probably said, and one lady said, you don't date in your home. So it's not a curiosity. It's not they probably see that you don't get nothing from a man. And that's where she's at. And I'm so thankful. But the way that Chrissy tried to mold her daughter into getting the man that dressed well, the man that had nice shoes, or it makes me wonder how well did that work out for you, Chrissy? Because obviously you still in materialistic while you trying to raise a daughter. And it might not even be as 9 kids deep, but it might be the fact that a man can really F up your daughter's whole self esteem. You ever notice that? Y'all ever seen that movie, that Tyler Perry movie? That mom was so materialistic. Well, your dad, her dad did this, her dad did that, and that girl actually married a monster because he had money. He had that look that her mom had approved of. Instead of just, do he treat you well? When your daughter said he was sassy, you should have said, girl, why are you with him? Why you even talking to him? Oh, because he has things that she sees that you will approve of. Not when a woman says, a little kid says, oh, he's sassy. He catch an attitude, but not with me. Yeah, he catch an attitude with her. And he probably will do worse things to her. But you don't care. So I'm done with Skye. Not Skye. I'm about to do Skye now. Skye, girl. When God made you, He triple kissed you for some odd reason. You are special, literally. I will never get on here to address any food stamp claim to anybody, but we watch how you move. See, I'm assuming you get your food stamps before you get your UT check, right? So I'm gonna say this, and a lot of people don't know. When you're homeless with children, they give you a little bit more food stamps in North Carolina. Um, and they also allow you to have hot food because you're on food stamps. Now, I'm not for sure, but in Hope County, North Carolina, Robertson County, they will give you a certain time frame for you to get hot food in North Carolina with food stamps. Now she stays in a totally different county, but when she said, "Oh, we can buy hot food," well, everybody knows that hot food will be more expensive, but it's more. There's a reason why. It's because hey, the convenience. So instead of buying the hot food and you have obviously you have a place to warm up your food, it's a waste of money. Wouldn't you think, Scott? I would think it's a waste of money. Like I think buying the subs at the Publix with your food stamps is a waste of money. Like what the hell? You can just buy the bread, the meat, and you probably come out a little bit cheaper. But it's the laziness and the convenience of having that. So instead of you just getting the extra income or you know shopping very wisely, you go out and you buy hot food. It's crazy to me. And y'all, I stayed in Hope County when we had, I think, Hurricane Matthew, or not Florence. It was like another hurricane in North Carolina, and we was allowed to get hot food. They gave us emergency food stamps. And when I mean emergency food stamps, your area had to be out of power for like 24 hours. And I think they just went ahead and just opened up everybody who had a case. But if you stayed in certain areas, you automatically got a card and they said, hey, this is $500, restock up your house. And I think everybody else got like that amount that they originally had, or they got like a percentage. Um so um And then on top of that, also, if you had some type of insurance, you would got that as well. You would got like $500. Like if you had USAA, that banking, you would got like money for or just your insurance by itself. So, so I remember them opening up the hot food, and I was like, "Ooh!" And my mom said, "Don't do that." So you want a rotisserie chicken? We'll just bake a chicken. That's cheaper. And she was right. There, that was just stupid. Okay, you actually got a kitchen with your mama's house. You could save those little couple few dollars that you got hot food, or is to cook something at your mama's house. But Sky, you are another person that feels like everybody owes you something. Everybody owes you to like you. We shouldn't have to like somebody. That's the reason why, there we go again. You supposed to be originally in somebody's front porch watching stories and coloring. You don't need to be out in this population making babies, having a husband. You don't need to be doing that. You still need to wear about 7 ponytails in your hair, looking like a kid, because you're not an adult in your mind. You are a child. I didn't realize I'm watching a lot of children. And the worst part about it is, and I'm being honest, y'all. The worst part about it is the is your supporters that will agree to the shenanigans. Like Sky, that's crazy. None of your supporters said, Sky, why are y'all having a fit, or what is that? Why are you recording you preparing food in a dirty house? Not one of your supporters said, girl, I wouldn't be eating that because the way the house looked. None. Nobody supports you. At this point, it's crazy. But to me right now, I think people that says they watch you because of the train wreck is not just everyday reactors. It is your supporters. Scott, don't be sitting here talking about, yes, you are train wrecking. No, who likes your train wreck is the ones that keep on watching. Your mods. They like your train wreck. I can't watch you. I see you, but I can't watch you for kicks and giggles. And y'all, I used to, when Reese did a reaction on her, and I think she was doing a clean with me, and the house was dirty, and she was saying that she wanted to start making her own home lip gloss. And Sky was basically saying, your home is dirty. And then you got in your feelings and said, I'm not a dirty person, I'm a clean person. So when you started listening to Peach, Peach said, record everything, everything's content. That's what you did. You didn't care about your children's health. You didn't care about your mental state. Like, I don't know if anybody knows. When you're in a dirty house, you're not normal. Your house is cluttered. You can't be normal. Y'all, I will. Y'all, like I said, I am probably the messiest woman in this world, but not nasty. Okay, that's I said messy. So y'all know what messy I mean. Okay, like I take my bra off at the door and I hang it up at the door. That's what I'm talking about. So I used my 10-year itch is like super clean, and another guy I talked to. I come to his house and his house put me in shame. Okay. but it's so peaceful. Y'all understand what I mean? And when I clean up my house, I get that peace too. And I enjoy it. Okay. I enjoy, you know, coming home on a Sunday, cooking dinner, sitting down, eating with the kids, and we're so peaceful, right? I love it. But this right here, oh, I didn't even see my thing. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on, what you say? Um, Hold on, I'm going back to my thing. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. If women older. Well, I'm gonna tell you this, Ebony. As I didn't want to listen to an older person because I wanted to figure it out. So when my mom used to tell me, "Hey, I don't like that guy," I wanted to date him because I needed to figure stuff out myself. And the more I started listening to her, the more I really regret going out on dates and understanding. For example, like going on a date, I would never go on a night date, no matter if I'm already screwing you or not. There's something about a night date or will mentally, it shrinkens your work. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, if if we have a date, right, and I don't mean like meeting at 6 or before the sun goes down. There's a certain night date that I won't do. I won't do going to the movies. I won't do hanging out at your house. That's a night date I won't do. If I can hunt you at night, I can hunt you in the daytime. That's how I look at it. So if I'm a woman, I'm not a I'm not an ugly female. So I'm not going to allow a man to make me feel like I'm ugly by only seeing me at night. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel. Um, and my mom used to always say that. She's like, "Don't go on a date after 8 o'clock." And I was like, I mean, just and even if we wasn't hunching, we were. That still did, yeah. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, so now when a man's like, "Hey, can I take you on a date?" Not after 7. I'm sorry. I want to be seen. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, but a lot of times people, and for example, I don't think Skye and Chrissy, they still will never listen to an older woman because they still need to try to figure shit out, and that is going to be their downfall. Like Skye, everybody was like, for example, Skye, take your braids out. Ha! I'm not gonna take my braids out. The longer y'all keep on saying to take my braids out, the longer I'm gonna keep it in there. And I'm like, okay, that's your hair at this point. You get what I'm saying? So the ignorance is, I'm gonna just do what I'm gonna do me, But I think now as I got older, I listen to older women, not for relationship device, device, advice. I do not. Okay, trust me, I do not. So if a woman's telling me how to get a man, and she just recently, and she's in her 60s or her 50s, and she just like touched 20 or 15 years, girl, bye. Mm-mm. You got married because you rushed to get married so you don't be lonely. Because y'all gotta understand where I'm saying from. That time frame, y'all listen to that time frame. Mm-mm. I need to know that you was in it for a long time. For example, my pastor was married longer. My pastor was married before, she was married for about, I think, 6 years before they had their first kid. I'm gonna listen to her logic a little bit more. And yes, her husband did pass away this year, but I will listen to her logic more than I listen to a thought that just got married because that might have been her last option. Y'all get what I'm saying? Mm-mm, mm-mm. I know when women have their last option, and I'm not one of those women. I'm going to get married because that's my last option. Okay, I'm getting married for love, and I'm going to get married because I can work things out. But yeah, so listening to older women dating advice, I ain't doing that. Definitely if they're not married, and or what the hell, bah. But just like life, like I listen to an older person for children and girls. Like I have a daughter. I don't know if y'all remember. I had a hard time getting through to my daughter. I felt like my daughter didn't like me, but it changed. And my mom, she kind of said, "You was like that too." I was not. I had a personality. But at the end of the day, I had to learn how to understand what my mom was telling me about raising not just my daughter, but my kids. Stop yelling. Stop over graduating. Stop being so, be honest. And not saying that, yeah, I'm lying to my kids. No, just be honest. Like, be there for them. And that really matters. When she told me that, me and my daughter did 360. Y'all, when I tell you, I thought she was going to run away. And I don't mean like run away and go with a guy. I mean like pack her bags and go to her grandparents' house and go to school. Like I was in that much fear. But it wasn't that bad, y'all. It wasn't that bad. Okay, I'm back, y'all. My mom never really explained the the birds and the bees with me. I think she already knew that I knew, you know. Not in a bad way. But eventually, she knew that I had friends and she knew that we talked and there was conversation that children she never had and she just left it alone, right? So, but even it's like small things like I can laugh at it now. Just hygiene. Hygiene. When I think about my mom was like trying to, girl, stop, let your arms like I don't know if y'all ever had that experience, but one time, um, you gotta take a bath better than you do. Look at your underarms. So I don't know if it was like toxic waste, but I remember my mom used to have to throw away my white shirts because I had like a yellow stain on it. So it's like sweat or just not, your hygiene wasn't together. And everybody can say, "Oh, she's dirty," but no, I'm a little cleaner now. I'm clean. I got that hygiene taken care of. But like when I was like 12, 13, she had to like be, and that was like super like. So when I hear Peach, and we're gonna go like Peach, when Peach was talking about how her mom would rub her neck and embarrass her, and Peach seemed like one of those kids that she knew everything. She knew how to say whatever she wanted to say, but her hygiene was not together. So what her mom did, she lowered her tail down. A lot of our parents did that. And it's not like a bad thing. Like it wasn't a bad thing. Not mentally, it's not a bad thing. Why? Because they try to tell you something. How you want to tell somebody something and your ass is dirty as hell? Look at your neck. Yeah, that mama embarrassed the piss out of her. Yes, good job, Tracy. Okay, and now you think about it, y'all see what I'm saying? Like, our parents probably was trying to tell us, hey, how to wipe your booty, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, take time, take a bath, brush your teeth, wash your face. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing mean. It's just the fact that they're trying to help to mold what other people see. And y'all imagine Peach Mama never done that. Real talk. Imagine Peach Mama never embarrassed her. Like not wiping her her neck. That girl probably still probably taking a half ass bath today. Y'all get what I'm saying? So y'all get what I'm saying? It's just sometimes our parents did things that we didn't think that was right, but now I'm thinking about it like thanks, Tracy. And Peach probably would just be walking around here just dirty as hell. Just dirty. She looked like the type that she would be dirty. And most likely if she was still what she described her mom used to do to embarrass her, guess what? Peach most likely to me, no offense, Peach most likely would still be walking around here dirty as hell. Talking about big bag, big dust, because she don't, how about her mom gave up on her? But I think going back to your comment, I think all these ladies had some type of older, experienced female that approached them. But for some odd reason, they got in their feelings and they felt like they're hating on them because that's their first favorite word. You're hating. And we're not hating. Some of us actually, Skye, I never I never put myself in the situation of my house looking like yours. Um, but I remember being depressed and not cleaning up for some days and trying to figure shit out. I've been there. I've been uh I've been there. So Sky, I can semi understand. I can buy things to make me feel good at a time. I've been there, Sky. Chrissy, I've been at a place where I want love. But I never jeopardize my children in their livelihood for any man. That's where I cross my line. And just I've been there where look what I'm going through. Poor me. Feel sorry for me. I've been there. But everything I've been through, I had to overcome it. There's one day I want to sit and cry and say, I got I don't have the money I used to have in my bank account. I want to lose it all. I'm facing this, I'm facing that. I would love to sit on here and tell everybody my sorrows, but at the end of the day, it ain't doing me any good. It won't do the next person any good because the next person watch me doing it. They don't think it's okay, and that's where they stop at. They don't even try. That's where you're doing. And when I say Jazz, you don't try, you don't try, and that's real talk. You don't. You're afraid of whatever your goal is, whatever your passion is, you're afraid of it. That's the reason why it's so easy for you to attach yourself to YouTube. I think it's time for you to turn off YouTube. Not because I don't want you providing for your children, but YouTube is going to be the death of you. And YouTube is going to be the death of a lot of people. When Google says, hey, well, we're getting better technology. Why are we not just making people pay for AI? And they other people can pay, but we stop it. We stop the censor slowly. Okay? They don't get paid. Then we don't even pay them for the views. And slowly it's worth it. It's useless, right? Because basically people will be watching you. And if you're still putting out the same acts, who's going to be buying your membership? Who's going to be wanting to listen to you? Because now they're going to be focused on making us be entertained by AI. They're going to be making us interested in maybe just the word yard. And we're sitting for hours and hours looking at yard, not literally the yard, the place, but the word yard. Because that's where we are. Our brain is starting to come to mush, low key. How many of us really can go back and look at a reel or a short? Sorry, a reel or a short, and we can tell you the last four reels that we laughed at, or what does the last three reels before the one that we laughed at, which reel made us cry or made us sad? Do you understand how slowly they're like making us dumb? Because they will do a high and a low, high and a low. Now we're sitting there focused on the word yard, YARD, and we're looking at it like it's strange. And that'll be the most watched video ever because they know that we're not stimulated to turn it. Because now we're trying to be interested. Why is this word on the screen? How long are we going to watch it? Like, seriously. So you don't even have to worry about having baby daddy drama, all that drama. All it takes is one person to pull up something creative and it lose all your views. Then y'all will have to start imitating what they doing. Look at pranks. Have y'all ever seen a prank that was new and fresh? That nobody or you're the only person that done it? No. What's the next prank is going to be? It's going to be light switches. They're going to put their finger in the light switch. They're going to record themselves and say, see y'all, nothing happened to me. And then all of y'all retards going to start doing it until about 5 or 6 people die. And then YouTube got to say, no more finger in the socket videos, okay, guys? We're going to shut down your channel. That's all it takes. So I really will tell Jazz, go find your passion. Hey, Mystery, go find your passion. Skye, go find go find a job that you can escape life. Whatever that job is. That don't consist of being in the daycare field. That don't consist of being in the food industry. That is finding something you really enjoy. Like Skye, you said you always wanted to be a fashion model, well, a fashion model or actress. Start doing that. And even if it's free and without the cameras, go audition for plays at theaters. And I'm not saying she can't do it because that's not where I'm at in my life. You say you want to be a model, you want to be this. Go ahead and follow after that. It's okay. Whoever said you're too young or not pretty, because I would never say that. But find your passion so you can go back to your kids and say, baby, go after what you want. Because you can't say that right now, Skye. You can't. Unfortunately, you can't tell your kids to go after what you want because what they're seeing is mama struggling. And she's not just struggling with you, she's struggling with the man. Strong mommy Chrissy, you're gonna have to really sit back and appreciate life. Because I'm not no psychic, but the way that you're living your life, will your kids be able to take care of you? Now I thought, and I'm still hot about that. You the same one that left your mother ill with your 8 kids while you went to Houston, knowing that you was going to get evicted. Keep that in mind. What you're raising is self-centered children. Yeah, you said my son buy me this, my son got me this, but you're raising self-centered children because they saw that mommy never will protect. Mom don't even protect her mom, so why would I want to protect my mother? And that's real. You use your mother for the $1,000 light bill, knowing goodness well she didn't. She don't got nothing to do with your light bill. And I always think about this too with that Houston trip. How about if your mom needed to go to the hospital and your older daughter at the time, and she had to go to the hospital, and you left all these kids at your mom's care, and the older daughter could not watch all the kids, so they had to take them from take them to foster care. Chrissy, would you be able to get your kids back? Real talk. And you want to sit here and talk about, oh, I was about to have a baby number 10. That'd be my worst fear mentally. Like just knowing that, for example, I have a brother that is special. He got kissed twice by God. Um and my mom, something happens to my mother or my dad, like whatever, and whatever goes crazy. My brother and I'm out here just living my best life. And I can't get to my kids in whatever time frame. They will put them in the care of the state. That is my worst fear. That is my genuinely worst fear. And this woman did not even think about that. She didn't care. So when you see her crippled When you see her crippled and bad shape in her 50s, because y'all, I don't see Chrissy being functionable at 50 like some of us might be. Some of us will be very functional. I can even see Jazz starting to be functionable at 65. But Chrissy, I can't even see her being functionable at 50, let alone 60. Because to be honest with you, I don't see a man that will want to take a woman with that many kids with the way that she's acting, besides pedophiles. That's the only men that will want her. Hey, King, men that have alternative motives. But y'all, I am done with this video. I just need these ladies to do well for themselves, not for YouTube. Do well for yourselves and your children, because you coming on here 10 videos strong crying about you lost your main channel. We know that it's hidden. We know that, hey, if I get some income on here, I can use this income. They will never know, because they really can't. When y'all get certified, they really can't tell about Google. They can't tell about Instacart, DoorDash. You don't even have to put those incomes in there, because they can't really pull that up. Like somebody, they really have to have documentations, but they really can't pull that up. But Jazz, on the other hand, she got to have some money somewhere coming in. But I want to say this real quick before I leave for Jazz. You said, why would I come on here lying? It seems like some of y'all be up here lying because y'all think that's funny. That's a lie. Girl, I'm gonna tell you how you lie on this channel. Okay. Don't y'all remember when Jazz said, me and Chris, we pay half the bills. And then when you and Chris broke up, what the first thing you said out your mouth? I was a good provider. That's the reason why we think you're a liar. Because if y'all was paying half the bills, you would literally say this. We did well together. But you would never say you was a good provider. So you make shit look good for your man over there. Why you can't do the same shit now? Make sense. Make sense out of that for me real quick. How are you going to protect this man and make him look good, but you can't do the exact same thing for yourself? Now you're weak. Now you want to be the broken woman. You want to be the heartache. But the whole time you was a good provider for a man, but you can't be a good provider for your children. Girl, can get out of here and jump off that curb. Doesn't make any sense to me as I'm thinking about it. I was a good provider when you was with Chris, but with your kids, you gotta come and cry talking about I don't know what I'm gonna feed them. What about this man? This man was in your face. He was bending you over, feeding you to your mattress. You are all good. Your kids still get the scraps, but I'm gonna make sure we got a roof over here. I'm gonna make sure we got videos. I'm gonna make sure this, make sure that. Make sense out of that. Because it don't make sense to me. Because I'm sorry. I've been a good provider. Well, I've been getting by. and it's okay. I've been getting by. I don't have all the money in the world to give what I want to my kids, and it's okay. I'm not going to feel bad for myself, and I don't want nobody feeling bad for me. All right, does that make sense? Okay, I just got to work harder. It's okay. Yes, my kids might not have the Yeezy Street 1047, but I make sure they have shoes. I make sure they have clothes. I make sure their clothes is clean. I make sure we have food and food, edible food. But I still do it. But you would never hear me on this darn camera protecting a man and telling people that we're going half. And then when we break up, I was a good provider. So you're not a provider now? Because you don't got a dingling between your legs? That's the reason why. Y'all big mamas need to come back and kidnap these dumbass women that's on here just having babies and they don't even know how to have critical thinking. They forget what they tell you and they just completely be lying. You over there literally, Jazz, you're over there literally got this girl Medusa on the edge. This girl stalking you because of what you portrayed that wasn't true. Now, if Medusa knew that you still had a deadbeat, she'd be fine. But you came on here and you made that woman literally. Now, I'm not a Medusa fan, but you literally got Medusa over here thinking that she's better than you, knowing that y'all equal. All because you told the world that y'all go half. That don't even make sense to me. Medusa, you're jealous over Jazz for what? You over there stalking everything about my Jazzy life, darn to her pay, and knowing that this woman didn't even have it good. She had to provide for a man, and she can't provide for her kids. Y'all in the same fucking boat, actually. But you say you the type that you will. I'm sorry. Look at your baby daddy that came up on here, not Chris, but the other one. He only liked you because you provided for him. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, that video where they was at the club and she looked like they was like dressed like they wasn't dressed together, but she looked like she had got him dressed because the way he came on camera, he didn't have that. I see why you jealous of Jazz. Now I really do. I really see why Medusa is jealous of Jazz now because they are similar alike. But y'all, I gotta go to a hearing. Yo, don't speed, okay? And definitely don't speed on a federal land, okay? Now I gotta go and give them my left eye and my right arm. All right. So I'll be left eye and right arm short tomorrow, but I'll make it up. Okay. But I'll talk to y'all beautiful people later. And y'all just remember life is life. Enjoy the small things. If you can smile at somebody and somebody smiles back at you, you did what you needed to do. All right. Enjoy your children. I will never stop encouraging people to enjoy your kids. Because when they grow up, and due to the fact that you're making bad decisions and you're doing, gosh knows, everything under the sun, just know that they're watching you. All right. I can't, y'all, and I'm just joking. I, my son will watch everything I do. So the other day, we was in self checkout line and I'm scanning and I'm not noticing. He noticed I'm scanning, so I scanned everything, y'all. I didn't cheat this time, but I scanned everything. So my son, he was like, I didn't see you scan this. So we was in the car and he's checking my receipt, like literally. And I was like, "Was you watching?" He's like, "Yeah, because I don't want you to go to jail for stealing." And I was like, "Are you kidding me? I will not steal." And he's like, "I know it's tempting because I'll be like watching people and me and him do Instacart too much." But he's like, I be watching people and they be like walking away and they not pay for the stuff on the bottom. I was like, so your kids do watch, okay? So if you're out there living your best life, please understand your kids are listening, they're hearing. Just know that. And remember, this is just something that a lot of single women with children don't realize. Your kids, your kids will your kids will always try to be on your safe side. So never allow man to make you happy and your kids see it. Understand? Be happy with your children. They know the difference. They know that you're not happy when you're not with a man. And that does something to a kid. It really truly does something to them. Enjoy your children. All right? Don't enjoy a man before your children. Enjoy your children. All right? I'll talk to y'all beautiful people later. All right, bye.